Hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hi, everyone. Please let me know if the audio is crap. I'm just testing out a few things. I've done a couple test streams so far, and they went pretty well, but since then I've made a lot of adjustments to my setup, especially like my internet connection. I spent probably a solid 2 days, a total of maybe 10, actually probably even more than that, almost 15 hours min-maxing the shit out of my internet because I can't really upgrade my GPU anytime soon, so I have to min-max the shit out of everything else to try and make up for it. And it seems to be going well enough, but it keeps telling me my connection is unstable. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Oh, what is this? Oh, I didn't know it did that. All right, cool. Yeah, that's actually a lot more convenient to have chat messages there, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, and there seems to be a few tweaks, a few things going on with my model that are not incredibly ideal, but this model is, yeah, the eyes. Oh my god, the eyes. Girl, stop. Please, you're not that surprised. So yeah, she's a work in progress. But yeah, this is my new model. Okay, first of all, hi. Welcome. How is everyone doing today? I hope you all having a wonderful morning. If it's morning where you are. If not, just a wonderful day. It is... Oh yeah, I guess it's only 5 where I'm at. That's not so bad. But yeah, I got my coffee. I've got an unstable stream connection. And yeah, I'm ready to fucking party. But oh my god, girl, okay, I gotta fix that. Give me 1 second. Just 4 a.m. vibing. About to go unconscious in a bit. I hope by unconscious you mean temporarily for sleep. In which case, I hope you have a good sleep. But yeah, I know it's quite early. I'm I guess I've been referring to myself as an involuntary vampire because I recently developed a new symptom in whatever the fuck is wrong with me. We're still trying to figure that one out. But I am nocturnal. Yeah, me too. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm basically allergic to the sun now. It hasn't been so bad lately because I'm not in a flare-up anymore. I've been having mini flare-ups, but there was a point there where I was in one really long flare-up of whatever the heck is wrong with me. And I would step out into the sunlight, and within not even 30 seconds, it felt like someone basically just set me on fire. Like an actual vampire. It's insane. And it hurts so much. But okay, there's this setting where the chat appears on my screen, but it's not fast enough for my ADHD brain. So I'm just gonna check over here. Feel that I burn really easily. Got 3rd-degree burns on my arms one time. Oh shit, that's awful. 3rd-degree burns are no joke. That's awful. Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah, thankfully I haven't gotten that bad. I do know what a 2nd-degree burn feels like from something else. That's a whole can of worms. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to open. It has to do with a previous job. But what was I gonna say? I have You wouldn't be able to tell, just not fun, but I got 2 weeks off work. No, nice. Pretty sweet. So little impromptu vacay. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to notice it by looking at me, but because I'm just like ghostly pale. I do have vitiligo, I believe is how you pronounce it. I didn't realize this until recently, but apparently it's actually considered an autoimmune disease. And so I'm in the middle of being tested for a bunch of autoimmune diseases because it's one of those things where if you have one, chances are you either have another or you're gonna get another. They kind of come in little bundles, fun little bundles. But yeah, I think that's I would say part of the reason why I can't go out in the sun, but I've heard of other people. Yeah, the vitiligo, like I don't mind. You really don't notice it at all unless you're like super close. Like you have to be like an inch away from my face, in which case you're too fucking close. So, but there's also like I'm being tested for lupus right now, and this other disease that I cannot pronounce for the life of me, Sjogren's disease or something like that. It's where you have like dry eyes, but also a bunch of other shit. But I'm being tested for those, and I know one of the symptoms of lupus is like being allergic to the sun, basically. Like not allergic, but like it hurts. But yeah, so that's a thing. Now, yeah, so today's stream is mostly just testing stuff out. It still says my connection is unstable. I don't know if I've been like super laggy. I haven't been paying attention over here too much. Have I been lagging a bunch? I'm gonna wiggle myself around a little bit, see how that looks. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. No, you've been fine. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. Okay. So it says my connection is unstable. That maybe it might have to do with the bit rate that I have set. I have it set at 8,000, which for my internet it makes sense, but I know if you set it too high, it can cause unstable connection. And I know I had it at about like 6,000 at one point, and my connection was totally fine. Now, that's the only thing I can think of, because anything else I've changed, I know for a fact that it's made things better. Like I'm on Ethernet now. There was a bunch of things wrong with my internet that I had to go into the settings and fix, like DNS connection and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't remember any of it. When it comes to troubleshooting and tech, I seem to be pretty good at it. And by that, I basically mean I wouldn't know, because it's like something comes over me when I have to fix something, whether it's tech related, art related, anything. If I have to fix something, it's like this like demon that lives inside my soul crawls out, takes over my body, I black out, and I wake up like 3 days later and it's just fixed. Like I go autopilot. That's basically it. It's like I lock the fuck in. I completely lock into, like, to the point where I just don't even know what's going on, except for that one thing. And so like I'll fix something, or I'll do something, like or I'll learn like a new software or something like that, and I'll learn like a lot about that thing. But then the second I'm done with that thing, if you were to ask me any questions about what I learned or any of the technical stuff that came along with my experience, I would not be able to recall any of it. Literally none. Maybe until like that problem arises again, and then I remember. It's very, very weird, but yeah. Wish I had that kind of brain. But at gaming, that's it. Can we swap? Because I'm okay at games. I'm alright. Just certain games. Like, I used to be really atrocious at shooter games, and I thought maybe I was just bad at games. Yeah, we can definitely swap. I thought I used to be really bad at shooter games, and that was just like the type of person that I was, and I had accepted that about myself until I started medicating for my ADHD, and then I realized I was mid, but to me that was a big deal. Like, to find out that I was just mid, like, no hit. Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, when it comes to games like Dark Souls, and I think Elden Ring is kind of similar, or like Bloodborne, games that like I'm still just mid, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Now that's only when my medication is working. Also, I'm noticing my audio is just like a little intense. There's like this bar here, and it keeps hitting the red part of the bar, and I feel like that's bad. So, okay, hopefully that's better. Anyways, I was mid until I looked at my stats and saw I was actually cracked. Oh god, I wish that were me. If only. No, I have the exact opposite problem where, like, I think I'm doing so well. I'll be gaming with my friends and I'm like, oh man, I am just popping off this time. And then we get to the end of the game and I see all my stats and I'm just like, oh, dang. All right. But you know what? Like, in the end, it's about having fun, right? And that's what matters most to me, especially if I'm gaming with my friends. Like, it's not about winning for me. Of basically every game I play, it's great for my free time, but not practical outside of that. I mean, hang on, my ADHD kicked in for a second. I need to I take longer to process things sometimes. I don't even think it's an ADHD thing. I think like I have some like neurological stuff as well that affects that. Great from. Oh no, you literally did not do anything wrong. This is all me. Like I have a processing disorder basically. So every once in a while I'll get hit with something and I have to take like an extra minute and just, even if I was doing totally fine for like 2 seconds prior. The game that I play, it's great for my free time, but not outside of that. I was gonna say, like, practical, that was the part that I was processing, the practical part. I would disagree. I think there's a lot of transferable skills that come from being good at video games that a lot of people don't give credit to. I appreciate your understanding. That's very nice of you. Thank you. It was one of the reasons why I was a little nervous about live streaming to begin with, because brain no worky sometimes. Brain is full of scrambled eggs most of the time, even with medication. But just imagine what it's like without it. Oh my god, it's awful. I wouldn't even be streaming right now. I wouldn't be capable of even doing so. But yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of transferable skills that come from like being good at gaming, especially like co-op or like team games and stuff like that. So like, I don't know, let's think like something. I don't even play League, but I don't know, when I think of video games I just think of League. But you know, learning to coordinate and communicate in fast-paced environments with your teammates, you know, being able to come up with a strategy and a plan beforehand, but then also be flexible and adaptable enough to switch up on a dime if you have to. Want to go into concept art for games in the future? Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's super neat. I've met a few people who are in that industry, like the game industry and stuff like that. My friend is he's developing a game right now. He won't let me play it. It's driving me nuts. But you know, uh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, that's super cool. I love like like I don't know if I would make Scott Cawthorn. I do not know who that is. I'm so bad with knowing people's like names, like even faces, honestly, like celebrities or famous people. But I know like the guy who made. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I was just about to say. I'm really bad with names, really bad with faces, but if you tell me what they did or like what they work on or what they do, I will immediately know like what you're talking about or who you're talking about. I'm like that with like video games, any form of media, honestly. Um, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to remember a famous person's name, or face or anything like that. What was I gonna say? But yeah, no, I was gonna say like making concept art for video games, like that wouldn't be something that would like I would be able to do, but I really love the I really love when you spend so much time making something, putting your heart and soul into it, and then you get to like not only see the end result of that, but you get to see like it become a piece of something so much bigger than like what like you basically. I don't know, I just think like being able to contribute to something big like that and be able to like look at it and be like, I did this part. To me that's mind-boggling. I love that feeling. My mom knows his sister-in-law, so I got to meet him in person, get some insight on game creation. That's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, that's really neat. I would love to like learn more about what goes on behind the scenes. I do learn a little bit from my friend. From what I've learned from my friend or from what I've observed, it seems to be a lot of like procrastination. Not necessarily procrastination, but just like a lot of like, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? What do I want to do here? And just like a lot of like humming and hawing. That's from my experience. Just like watching him. He had a ton of ideas for stuff, but I need to improve my drawing so I can get good enough to be worth hiring. Oh, you'll get there. It's all about practice, right? It's good that like, you know, you're devoted to that though, because like I feel like this was something I've been pondering in the back of my brain for a while. But like, how do I word this? But I see a lot of people nowadays. Yeah, I just don't have much free time. Yeah. I see a lot of people nowadays, like whenever they want to get into something, whether it's content creation or art, music, VTubing, anything like that. Like I find a lot of people, just from what I've personally seen, a lot of people's one of their biggest struggles is like just not, how do I explain this? Like not being comfortable with making shit is basically how I described it to my friend. Like when you create something, like art is a skill, music is a skill, streaming is a skill, and everything, like all of it. It's all skills, and skills like sometimes self-conscious about their work. Yeah, it's either that or like self-conscious, or I mean, yeah, mostly. Like either like they don't want other people it's really just not like I said, it's not being comfortable making shit. So like making something bad essentially. And I've told a couple people who've asked me for advice on like other things that I've done in life, and one of the biggest pieces of advice that I've always given is like, don't be afraid to make something that just fucking sucks. That just it's absolute garbage. Like, don't be afraid to make something that's garbage, because every time you make something that sucks, you learn a little bit more. You get a little bit more comfortable with the process, and you take that with you to your next thing. And every piece of garbage you make takes you one step closer to a masterpiece that you get to make. So you're gonna make shit. You're gonna make garbage. It just happens. Like, so many times in this stream, there's been points where I'm just like, oh god, that was atrocious. But you know what? I'm powering through it anyways, because I know, like, once I get used to things and once I get a little bit better at streaming, both the technical as well as like speaking and stuff like that, all that stuff, and working with my model, like eventually I'm gonna get to a point where these issues won't be here, or at least not as often. Hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to cough. I had that issue for a while, but I'm over it now. I'm with the way I can. I don't doubt it. It's a lot more difficult than it looks. Yeah, like, sorry if my voice is like super fucked. I just, I have, this is another thing I have to work on, but, my voice can't really handle being used for long periods of time. Like, specifically, like, just talking, like, a whole bunch for, like, half an hour straight. My voice is just, like, save me. So yeah, that's something that will get better over time. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, streaming for me, the biggest part up until this point has been the technical side of things, just trying to get everything running smoothly without having to drop $2,000 on a new PC, which I seemed to have managed to do it. It took me a very long time. Like just min-maxing my internet was like a couple days of work, but min-maxing everything else in total, like I've spent weeks on this. And then that's not even talking about my model. Oh my god, my model. That took so long. It's still under construction. Like the talking animation, I definitely would like to fix that a little bit. And there's a few other things, but I lost my train of thought. My friend's trying to start streaming. He has to fiddle with a bunch of... Yeah, there's a lot to fiddle with. Oh my god, I did not even realize. Especially with VTubing. Like with regular streaming, I'm sure there's like other things, but you know, you have your OBS, you have all the stuff with like Twitch and your streaming software and maybe your game. But then VTube Studio takes all of that and it adds extra layers of technical things that you need to fiddle with. There's parameters in VTube Studio, but then there's parameters in Cubism as well, and it's so much. Like there's a lot, but honestly, like I really enjoy it. I really enjoy messing around in Cubism, especially. There's just something about it. It's super fun. Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit to it, but I had so much fun. I'm one of those people where like I'll work on something and I just like when it comes to music or art or any of like technical stuff that I work on, there's something about the process that like people think I don't enjoy it, because they'll walk in on me and they'll just see me screaming at my computer or like curled up in the corner in the fetal position because I just ran into the same issue that I thought I beat like hours ago. But I love it. There's something about it. I just love it. the whole process, the whole journey. There's something so satisfying about running into a problem that I don't know how to fix, and then going through the process of trying to figure out how to fix it, and then when you finally do, oh, it feels so good. It's euphoria. And especially when that thing involves the creation of something. So it's like I look at my model, and that is like a direct result of so much hard effort, and it feels so good. And yet, because I'm so proud of it, because it feels so good, knowing that there's just a few tweaks that's really like poking the back of my brain is so infuriating. Like it's like dopamine hits different after a creative roadblock. Yeah, like that. Oh my goodness. I would say that ADHD probably has a role to play in all of that. Because my brain's basically a dopamine addict. So it's like I want something, and that something is the creation of this thing that I have in my brain, and I need it to exist right now because I'm impatient. Like I don't want to wait. I want the thing. And then I hit a roadblock. And it's the worst thing in the world because it's an obstacle between me and that other thing. And so that need for dopamine like gets so much more intense. And then when I finally get past that roadblock, it's like the dopamine rush that comes with it. I would say like ADHD probably does have a role to play in my love for that kind of creative process, especially like new creative processes that I'm like learning new things about. But yeah. Okay. Go. Technical stuff. Yeah, there's definitely a few stuff on the VTube side that I need to work out. I'll turn this on? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna make a few notes here. What was the first thing? There's a lot of like bugging out that I'm doing. Now granted, I am like going beyond the scope of my webcam often because how do I explain my setup? I turned off my mic instead of that. Oops. What was I gonna? Yeah, my setup, I think it really exceeds like what my webcam is capable of picking up on. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to show you guys, but I haven't used paint in like forever. So yeah, no fill. So there's my main monitor. And then over here I have another monitor that is vertical. And then I have this monitor here. And actually my main monitor is like actually a lot bigger compared to my other ones. It's I believe 32 inches, and then my other two monitors is 24, I think. So it kind of looks like this, except these two here are tilted inwards a little bit, like angled in towards me. And then this one's angled a little bit down. And then over here I have my laptop. I don't know. That doesn't look like a laptop, but I think it gets the point across. But this is where my webcam sits, basically. And basically the setup I have is this is like my main space that I like do stuff on. This has things like my OBS. I have Task Manager and like some notes for me to reference while I'm streaming, including like hotkeys and stuff like that, just as a reminder. And then up here, I have like VTube Studio up here so I can monitor my model and make adjustments if I need to. But just to make sure that my model's actually functioning. And then here I have Twitch like open so I can monitor the stream and my chat without overloading my PC. But the issue is that the issue that I'm thinking is that my webcam, well, like most webcams, can only pick up so much. So like if I'm turned over here, it loses track. If I'm turned over here, it loses track. Or up here. But I need to be able to monitor those things. Now, if my main PC was a little bit smaller, it probably wouldn't be as big of a deal. But, you know, it is what it is. A small price to pay. But I love having a big monitor for my main screen. It's so great. But yeah, that's basically my little setup there. So I'm gonna try and figure things out. But yeah, there was some yeah, sorry, I had to cough again. Could also be that the lenses of your webcam narrow how close it is to you. It's about 2 feet away. It's not terrible. Like if I move even 1 foot back, it'll lose track. So I'd say I'm kind of in the middle ground. Webcams don't have like a very large scope, unfortunately. And I have a really good one too. I bought the Logitech StreamCam or something like that. It's apparently considered industry standard. I definitely see why, because it is really nice. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot what there was like face glitches. And then the second thing, oh yeah, yeah, like when I open my eyes wide, they go like that, which is super cool. And I think it just needs a very slight recalibration in VTube Studio just to make it a little more seamless. I think that's basically it, honestly. But yeah. Anywho. Oh, I mentioned this during my last stream. But I wasn't able to grab the VOD from that because I messed things up on my end. But due to the nature of like my medical issues and stuff like that, I'm like, I don't know if I can guarantee like an exact stream schedule because I never know what's gonna happen. I could feel fine one day and then wake up the next day and just be like super not fine. And I don't feel comfortable like making promises that I'm not 100% confident in keeping. Need to get my 5 hours of sleep. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for dropping by. It was nice chatting with you. Have a good night. I'll see you later.